These verses cover various themes such as wisdom, instruction, righteousness, and the consequences of one's actions as portrayed in the Book of Proverbs. Proverbs 1 verse 7, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, fools despise wisdom and instruction." This verse emphasizes the importance of reverence for God as the foundation of true wisdom. Proverbs 1 verse 8, "Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching." It highlights the significance of parental guidance and the duty of children to listen and learn from their parents. Proverbs 1 verse 10, "My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent." This verse warns against the influence of sinful people and urges one to resist temptation. Proverbs 1 verse 20, "Wisdom cries aloud in the street, in the markets she raises her voice." It depicts wisdom as actively seeking to impart understanding to humanity. Proverbs 1 verse 22, "How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing and fools hate knowledge?" This verse rebukes those who reject wisdom and choose folly instead. Proverbs 1 verse 23, "If you turn at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you, I will make my words known to you." It offers the promise of understanding and guidance to those who heed wisdom's correction. Proverbs 2 verse 1, "My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you." It encourages attentive listening to wisdom's teachings and the importance of storing them in one's heart. Proverbs 2 verse 2, "Making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding." This verse emphasizes the active pursuit of wisdom and understanding. Proverbs 2 verse 3, "Yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding." It highlights the necessity of earnestly seeking wisdom and understanding through prayer and diligence. Proverbs 2 verse 6, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding." This verse attributes true wisdom and understanding to God, emphasizing their divine origin. Proverbs 2 verse 10, "For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul." It promises the internalization of wisdom and the delight it brings to the soul. Proverbs 2 verse 11, "Discretion will watch over you, understanding will guard you." It assures the protection and guidance provided by wisdom and understanding. Proverbs 3 verse 1, "My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments." This verse stresses the importance of remembering and obeying wise instruction. Proverbs 3 verse 5, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding." It encourages complete reliance on God rather than human understanding. Proverbs 3 verse 7, "Be not wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord, and turn away from evil." This verse warns against pride and self-reliance, urging humility and reverence for God. Proverbs 3 verse 11, "My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline or be weary of his reproof." It underscores the value of God's discipline as a means of instruction and correction. Proverbs 3 verse 12, "For the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as a father the son in whom he delights." This verse emphasizes the loving nature of God's discipline and its purpose in nurturing spiritual growth. Proverbs 3 verse 13, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom, and the one who gets understanding." It extols the value and blessing of acquiring wisdom and understanding. Proverbs 3 verse 21, "My son, do not lose sight of these, keep sound wisdom and discretion." It emphasizes the importance of maintaining wisdom and discretion in one's life. Proverbs 3 verse 27, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it." This verse admonishes generosity and kindness towards others, especially when it is within one's ability to help. Proverbs 3 verse 30, "Do not contend with a man for no reason, when he has done you no harm." It advises against unnecessary conflict and encourages peaceful relations with others. Proverbs 3 verse 31, "Do not envy a man of violence and do not choose any of his ways." This verse warns against coveting the wicked and their ways, urging righteousness instead. Proverbs 4 verse 1, "Hear, O sons, a father's instruction, and be attentive, that you may gain insight." It emphasizes the importance of listening to parental guidance and gaining understanding. Proverbs 4 verse 5, "Get wisdom, get insight, do not forget, and do not turn away from the words of my mouth." This verse urges the pursuit and retention of wisdom and understanding. Proverbs 4 verse 7, the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, and whatever you get insight. It highlights the primary importance of wisdom and understanding in one's life. Proverbs 4 verse 10, hear, my son, and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. This verse links obedience to wisdom with the promise of a long and fulfilling life. Proverbs 4 verse 13, keep hold of instruction, do not let go, guard her, for she is your life. It stresses the value of holding fast to wise instruction and guarding it as one's very life. Proverbs 4 verse 14, do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of the evil. This verse warns against the dangers of following the sinful ways of the wicked. Proverbs 4 verse 20, my son, be attentive to my words, incline your ear to my sayings. It encourages attentiveness to wise instruction and readiness to listen and learn. Proverbs 4 verse 23, keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. This verse underscores the importance of guarding one's heart, as it determines the course of one's life. These verses cover a range of themes including wisdom, instruction, obedience, humility, and the pursuit of righteousness as depicted in the Book of Proverbs. Proverbs 5 verse 1, my son, be attentive to my wisdom, incline your ear to my understanding. This verse emphasizes the importance of paying attention to wise counsel and seeking understanding. Proverbs 5 verse 3, for the lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. It warns against the seductive words and allure of immoral women. Proverbs 5 verse 8, keep your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house. This verse urges avoidance of temptation and staying away from situations that may lead to sin. Proverbs 5 verse 15, drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. It encourages faithfulness and contentment in one's own relationships and blessings. Proverbs 5 verse 18, let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth. This verse celebrates the blessing of marital fidelity and the joy found in a faithful spouse. Proverbs 6 verse 6, go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise. It highlights the importance of diligence and industriousness, using the example of the ant as a model. Proverbs 6 verse 16, there are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him. This verse lists 7 sins that are particularly detestable to God, including pride, lying, and shedding innocent blood. Proverbs 6 verse 20, my son, keep your father's commandment, and forsake not your mother's teaching. It reiterates the value of parental instruction and the importance of honoring one's parents. Proverbs 6 verse 23, for the commandment is a lamp and the teaching a light, and the reproofs of discipline are the way of life. This verse emphasizes the guidance and illumination provided by God's commandments and discipline. Proverbs 6 verse 25, do not desire her beauty in your heart, and do not let her capture you with her eyelashes. It warns against the danger of lusting after forbidden desires and attractions. Proverbs 7 verse 4, say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call insight your intimate friend. This verse encourages a close relationship with wisdom and insight, regarding them as cherished companions. Proverbs 7 verse 7, and I have seen among the simple, I have perceived among the youths, a young man lacking sense. It highlights the folly of those who lack wisdom and understanding, especially among the young. Proverbs 7 verse 24, and now, O sons, listen to me, and be attentive to the words of my mouth. This verse urges attentive listening to wise counsel and instruction. Proverbs 8 verse 1, does not wisdom call? Does not understanding raise her voice? It portrays wisdom as actively calling out to humanity, inviting them to seek understanding. Proverbs 8 verse 11, for wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you may desire cannot compare with her. This verse extols the surpassing value of wisdom above all earthly treasures. Proverbs 8 verse 12, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. It associates wisdom with prudence, knowledge, and discretion, highlighting its practical application in life. Proverbs 8 verse 13, the fear of the Lord is hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance and the way of evil and perverted speech I hate. This verse links the fear of the Lord with a rejection of evil and sinful behavior. Proverbs 8 verse 17, I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently find me. It assures that those who earnestly seek wisdom will find her and be loved by her. Proverbs 8 verse 22, the Lord possessed me at the beginning of his work, the first of his acts of old. This verse speaks of wisdom as an attribute of God, present from the beginning of creation. Proverbs 9 verse 10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. It reaffirms the foundational importance of fearing the Lord as the starting point of wisdom. Proverbs 9 verse 11, for by me your days will be multiplied, and years will be added to your life. This verse promises the blessings of wisdom, including long life and prosperity. Proverbs 9 verse 12, if you are wise for yourself, if you scoff, you alone will bear it. It emphasizes personal responsibility for the consequences of one's actions, whether wise or foolish. Proverbs 9 verse 13, the woman folly is loud, she is seductive and knows nothing. This verse contrasts wisdom with folly, portraying folly as enticing but lacking in understanding. Proverbs 9 verse 17, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. It warns against the allure of forbidden pleasures and the temporary satisfaction they may offer. Proverbs 9 verse 18, but he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. This verse highlights the ultimate consequences of following the path of folly, leading to destruction and death. Proverbs 10 verse 1, the Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is a sorrow to his mother. It introduces the section of Proverbs attributed to Solomon and emphasizes the joy brought by wisdom and the sorrow caused by foolishness. Proverbs 10 verse 2, treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers from death. This verse contrasts the fleeting gains of wickedness with the lasting benefits of righteousness. Proverbs 10 verse 3, the Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the craving of the wicked. It speaks of God's provision for the righteous and his judgment against the wicked. Proverbs 10 verse 4, a slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. This verse emphasizes the importance of diligence and hard work in achieving success and prosperity. Proverbs 10 verse 5, he who gathers in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps in harvest is a son who brings shame. It underscores the value of foresight and diligence in preparing for the future. Proverbs 10 verse 6, blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. This verse contrasts the blessings received by the righteous with the deceitfulness of the wicked. Proverbs 10 verse 7, the memory of the righteous is a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot. It highlights the enduring legacy of the righteous compared to the disgrace of the wicked. Proverbs 10 verse 8, the wise of heart will receive commandments, but a babbling fool will come to ruin. This verse emphasizes the importance of heeding wise instruction and the folly of foolish talk. Proverbs 10 verse 9, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. It speaks of the security and safety found in living with integrity, contrasting it with the inevitable exposure of deceitful behavior. Proverbs 10 verse 10, whoever winks the eye causes trouble, but a babbling fool will come to ruin. This verse warns against deceitful and manipulative behavior, highlighting the consequences of dishonesty. Proverbs 10 verse 11, the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. It contrasts the life-giving words of the righteous with the destructive speech of the wicked. Proverbs 10 verse 12, hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses. This verse speaks of the power of love to overcome conflicts and reconcile relationships. Proverbs 10 verse 13, on the lips of him who has understanding, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him who lacks sense. It highlights the connection between wise speech and understanding, contrasting it with the discipline received by the foolish. Proverbs 10 verse 14, the wise lay up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool brings ruin near. This verse underscores the value of acquiring knowledge and the destructive consequences of foolish speech. Proverbs 10 verse 15, a rich man's wealth is his strong city, the poverty of the poor is their ruin. It speaks of the security and confidence that wealth can provide, contrasting it with the vulnerability of poverty. Proverbs 10 verse 16, the wage of the righteous leads to life, the gain of the wicked to sin. This verse contrasts the rewards of righteousness, which lead to life, with the consequences of wickedness, which lead to sin. Proverbs 10 verse 17, whoever heeds instruction is on the path to life, but he who rejects reproof leads others astray. It emphasizes the importance of listening to wise instruction and the negative influence of rejecting correction. Proverbs 10 verse 18, the one who conceals hatred has lying lips, and whoever utters slander is a fool. This verse speaks against deceitful speech and slander, highlighting the folly of such behavior. Proverbs 10 verse 19, when words are many, transgression is not lacking, but whoever restrains his lips is prudent. It warns against the dangers of excessive speech and the wisdom of exercising restraint in communication. Proverbs 10 verse 20, the tongue of the righteous is choice silver, the heart of the wicked is of little worth. This verse contrasts the value of righteous speech with the worthlessness of wicked intentions. Proverbs 10 verse 21, the lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of sense. It emphasizes the nourishing and life-giving nature of wise speech, contrasting it with the destructive consequences of foolishness. Proverbs 10 verse 22, the blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. This verse speaks of the prosperity and joy that come from God's blessings, which bring no sorrow or regret. Proverbs 10 verse 23, doing wrong is like a joke to a fool, but wisdom is pleasure to a man of understanding. It contrasts the careless attitude of the foolish towards wrongdoing with the enjoyment and satisfaction found in wisdom by the discerning. Proverbs 10 verse 24, what the wicked dreads will come upon him, but the desire of the righteous will be granted. This verse speaks of the inevitability of judgment for the wicked and the fulfillment of the desires of the righteous. Proverbs 10 verse 25, when the tempest passes, the wicked is no more, but the righteous is established forever. It contrasts the fleeting existence of the wicked with the enduring security of the righteous. And that's it for today's video on famous Bible verses from Proverbs chapters 1 to 10. We hope you found something that resonated with you, whether it was a quote that made you laugh, cry, or feel empowered. Remember, words have the power to shape our thoughts and actions, so let these verses be your daily dose of motivation and inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs a little pick-me-up in their life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.